Salutations to you out there. You're welcome back. We have another simple question to solve today. We are giving log 2 to the power of x is equal to 3 minus x. So the question is now solved. That means we are looking for the value of this particular x that is in the question. Now let's go solving the question. We have log 2x is equal to 3 minus x. The first thing we are going to do now is to remove the log sign there. And for us to remove the log sign, we are going to consider the law of logarithm. We have log AB is equal to x. Log AB is equal to x. If I actually want to remove the log sign here, this base will be raised to this particular here. We have a raised power x to be equal to this b. That means here now I will have my x now will now be equal to 2 raised to power 3 minus x. Then I can now simplify this side. If I should simplify that side, I will have my x now will now be 2 raised to power 3 times 2 raised to power minus x. I have this, and a raised to power minus 1 will be equal to 1 all over a1, which is equal to 1 all over a. So here I will have x is equal to 2 raised to power 3 is 8. So I have 8 all over 2 raised to power x. From here, I can cross multiply. If I should cross multiply here, I will have this x times 2 raised to power x is equal to 8. I have x times 2 raised to power x. The two of them, there is no correlation between this. Forget the fact that x is here and x is here. So we can now divide both sides by x. If I divide both sides by x, I will have something of this nature. X will cancel. That means we are left with 2 raised to power x is equal to 8 all over x. I have this. The only way we can actually solve this particular question is by considering a law. I have a raised to power a is equal to b raised to power b. This is the only condition that we can use to actually solve this particular question. As in, we are going to make both base and power on each side to be the same. You can see. So from here now, the answer here now will now implies a to be equal to b. That is the principle we can adopt to solve this particular question. But if you look at this left hand side, we have 8 all over x. For me to now go further now, I can raise both sides to this power. That means I will have 2 raised power x is equal to 8 all over 8 divided by x. So I will now raise both sides, both right hand side and the left hand side, to the power of 8 all over x. So I have here now 8 all over x. I have this one too, 8 all over x. But you can see, we can still simplify this further. That means from there, we are going to have 2 raised to power x. The power will multiply. 8 all over x is now equal to 8 all over x. Everything to the power of 8 all over x. The x we cancel here. That means we are left with 2 raised to power 8 is equal to 8 all over x. Then we have 8 all over x. Don't forget, we actually want to make the base and the power on each side to be the same. We already have that on the right hand side. So we need to make the left hand side too to be the same, as in the base and the power. So looking at this 8 here, 8 is 2 times 4. That means I can have here now 2 raised to power 2 times 4 is now equal to 8 all over x. I also have 8 all over x. So from here, what I did here, I am going to apply the same thing here. The 2 is a base, and the base applies to these two. Why this times out without change to plus? So we have 2 raised to power 2. We can make this one to be the power. Is now equal to 8 all over x. Then we have 8 all over x too. But look at this. 2 raised to power 2 is 4. That means that we automatically have 4 raised to power 4 is now equal to 8 all over x. Everything raised to the power of 8 all over x. So as you can see now, the base and power on the left hand side too are now the same. So I can now continue with this particular law that is here. I can now equate any of them together. I may decide to equate the powers together, and I can also decide to equate the bases together. So I can take any of them. At the end of the day, I will arrive at the same answer. So that means from there now we are going to have our 4 to be equal to 8 all over x. So from here, I can now cross multiply and get the value of x. So I have 4x now to be equal to 8. Divide both sides by 4. 4 will cancel. So our x now will now be equal to 2. Now, substituting these 2 for x in this particular equation, we have log 2x is equal to 3 minus x. That means I can have log 2 raised to power 2 is equal to 3 minus 2. Log 2 will give us 1 is equal to 3 minus 2 is also equal to 1. So since the left hand side is equal to the right hand side, that means our answer is perfectly right. We stop here for now. I will take it off from here next time. Thank you for watching. God bless.